November 2014, 100 years after the outbreak of World War I, Sefton Art Group, based in the northwest of England, held a special event to remember those who served and to raise funds to help support the Liverpool Pals Memorial Frieze. The event was attended by Tom Murphy, sculptor of the frieze.
This one being perhaps our most ambitious to date. We also organise visits to exhibitions. We try to include the local community. When you came in this evening up the corridor, you probably saw the poppies, the flowers. They were done by the children of St Andrew's School here in McGill. So you get a kind of feeling for the ethos that we try to engage with members. Okay. We're going to have some entertainment here this evening. Probably about 45 minutes. We've got a lovely choir here to entertain you, plus a poet. Then we'll go downstairs afterwards, and there will be refreshments downstairs, tea, coffee, and there you can have a good look at the exhibition, which consists of all the members' work. Okay. Just a brief mention, because this project, what we try to encourage members to do is to engage, to come to us, to the group, and say, look, I've got this project, can we put it on? And that's what gave birth to this project, the Commemorative World War I exhibition. And I must, at this point mention Steve. Steve brought us. About a year ago, Steve came to us and said, look, 1914 is going to be commemorated in a year's time. Let's do something. So it sprang from that. We then went to the council. We got their support. And then we went to we got the member support first, of course. And it's been a huge success up to now. Everyone's pitched in. And you'll see the results when you go downstairs in a few moments, okay? So I'm going to hand over to Steve at this point. So I think what I'd like to do is to give Steve a big round of applause, because this has been mainly his effort, I must tell you, okay? So well done, Steve.
Okay. Right, well, again, welcome to Sefton Art Group, our World War I Centenary Commemoration Art Exhibition. Thanks to you, Roy, too, for the support that you've given our committee and the group in particular. Well, how did it start? Well, I was listening to Radio Merseyside over 12 months ago, and I heard Tony Wainwright, the secretary of the Liverpool Pals, being interviewed by Sean Stiles on Radio Merseyside. So I made contact with Tony, and he responded fantastically, and we had a number of meetings which culminated in Tony coming to our group to give a presentation. So that enabled all our members to get some idea of the history of the Liverpool Pals. And through Tony, I met Tom Murphy, the sculptor, who produced the friezes. And if anyone's not aware of it, they were launched on the 31st of August this year in situ at Lime Street Station, followed by a ceremony over at St George's Hall. Tom also came along to our group and gave us a real good insight into the craft which he's so expert at. And Tom has done numerous statues around our great city. So from that point of view, I was convinced that it was a well worthwhile project to support the Pals Fund. And we had an impromptu meeting with Patrick McKinley on the 13th of November last year, followed by a presentation to the Town Hall, and we got their full support. So I'd like to thank Angela McIntyre, our McGill Town Clerk, and Patrick and June Burns for their support. And a special thanks go to all our members who have risen to the challenge of creating fantastic pieces of work, which you will see a little bit later on. I also want to pay my personal thanks to our committee. That's Hazel Gibbons, Gordon Fraser and Anne Wilson. Frank Clark, our printer extraordinaire. Carol and Maureen for their input with the flowers. Linda and Marianne with the refreshments. Thanks also to Mike Newton, Joan Hobson and Ellen Pope for their work with the pupils of St Andrews. They've done a sterling job. Ivy McKenzie, she can't be with us this evening, she's quite poorly, but Ivy has made some mascots of the Liverpool Pals, which are part of our raffle downstairs, you'll see later. And a special thanks also to our friends of the McGill Library, Glyn Sands, Mandy Williams, Lucy Talbot and Karen. And Harold Slater, a friend of mine, an 84-year-old gentleman who heads the McGull British Legion branch, he's been very helpful to us. And Joanne Didsbury, manager of our local co-op store, who's provided us with some of the refreshments. John Macon made a special effort to be here today to bring all his memorabilia from World War I, a fantastic collection. Dave Melia and George Wilson have also brought their artefacts. Thanks also to the Merseyside Fire and Rescue Heritage Museum, Dave Hughes and Lee Simmons and the Chums of McGull Community Radio, Dottie O'Connor for the loan of Ethel Smith's World War I diary, and if you wouldn't mind, Jim Sharp, I must mention Jim Sharp because he does a sterling job with reporting about these events. And we're talking about the Liverpool Pals, and I have a very special pal, and if you don't mind, if you get your hands together for a big one for my wife Marie, because she gave me some fantastic support. So we're going to move on now. What did you say? Thank God for that. We're going to ask Tom Murphy and Tony Wainwright to speak. So Tom, if I can invite you first, please.
Right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Delighted to be here, and all you ladies look fabulous tonight, the way you're all dressed up, and it's very nice to see that. I've had a little glimpse of the exhibition, and it's very interesting. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. But so I'm here to officially open this World War I commemoration exhibition, which is a fitting tribute to the. I should have brought my glass. A fitting tribute to the men and boys who made the ultimate sacrifice. Steve Broadhurst and the Sefton Art Group have produced a fine exhibition, which they should be very proud. Considering World War I was so long and so destructive, it's surprising that only a few photographs, almost no genuine films, have survived really. And this was partly due to the censorship they put on at the time. So a lot of what we know about that World War I comes from poems and, art and stuff like that, letters from home and all the rest of it. So these are the things that we gain inspiration from. No, that might help, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the eyewitness accounts that tell us of the horror and the desperate longing of the soldiers to return home to be with their loved ones. As we know, many of them did not make it home. And as I get older, the time between now and then seems to be getting shorter instead of longer. And I think of all the lost talents that we've lost, of all the people that never existed really, and the families they should have had. And so there's actually no one to remember them. So it's important that we do remember them, like we're doing today in the ways that we can, painting or poems or whatever. In recent years, I've had the great honour to be entrusted with the commissioning of the, being commissioned to do the to do the Noel Shavas Memorial and the Liverpool VC Memorial. And more recently, the Noel Shavas Liverpool VC Memorial. There's something wrong with these glasses. I can only see out the top. Start again. Yes, so it's been a great honour to be commissioned to do the Noel Shavas Liverpool VC Memorial, and more recently the Liverpool Pals Memorial Frieze in Lime Street. And next year I'll be working in Reading to do a commission of Fred Potts VC for the Gallipoli campaign, and a new frieze of the history of the REMC. And I found all this work very moving, and I met some wonderful people like Steve and Tony, and these are great people. When you get involved in work like this, you do really meet some marvellous people, the best people in the city. People really get on with stuff. My own lasting memory is as a boy of seeing this old soldier with no legs begging with a tin can. And it left a sort of memory with me, and how tragic it was. And believe it or not, we actually get soldiers from this time actually in the streets who have all kinds of mental problems and stress-related illnesses that they've got from these campaigns. So It's important that we do remember the soldiers of the past and of course the soldiers of today.
I wanted to introduce that because you probably recognise that as a long way to Tipperary, and by the Second World War it was a completely different song to when it was written in the First World War, and I've looked online and I've seen it sung by some of the soldiers, and it was a very, very solemn song that they wrote, that they sang initially. Just thought we would add that in. So the next one that we're doing is completely different. This is an example of some of the tunes that were out during the war, that they didn't have record players and things in those days, and so everything was done on stage. So this was one of the songs that was around in that era. And you might want to sing with us. This is for Me and My Gal.
Marching in the mud and cold, and when my pack seems more than I can hold, my love for you renews my might. I'm over head, my pack is light. It's you, Lily Marlena, it's you, Lily Marlena. See too. Katie, beautiful Katie, you're the only girl that I adore. And when the moon shines over the cowshed, I'll be waiting at the kitchen door. Katie, beautiful Katie, you're the only girl that I adore. When the moon shines over the cowshed, I'll be waiting at the kitchen door. I'll be waiting at the kitchen door.
1, 2, 3.
Goodbye, goodbye. Wipe the tears, baby, tears from your eye. Though it's hard to part, I know I'll be tickled to death to go. Don't cry, don't sigh. There's a silver lining in the sky. Bonsoir, old thing, cheerio, chin chin. Now boo toodaloo, goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye. Wipe the tears, baby dear, from your eye. Though it's hard to part, I know I'll be tickled to death to go. Don't cry, don't sigh. There's a silver lining in the sky. Bonsoir, old thing, cheerio, chin chin. Now poo toodaloo, goodbye. Now poo toodaloo, goodbye.
The third part of this series covers the commemorative exhibition.